So it looks like it's almost quite official that TJ Holmes and Amy Robach won't be returning to ABC News' Good Morning America 3. According to multiple media outlets, they're reporting that TJ Holmes and Amy Robach are out. But apparently, mediation did not go well. All kinds of sordid details came out, and according to sources, they're saying that TJ and Amy believe that this was a witch hunt.
Baby, baby, won't you listen to me? I got that flavor, I know you're dying to feed. I ain't no dancer, just got some hip in my feet. Now throw your hands up. Ooh, you bring the lighter, I got the fuse. You make a fire, I'll add the fuel. Follow me, lady, just watch the shoes. Gotta turn the heat up to get this cool.
Welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, your #1 source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. So I know you're probably feeling like you're having deja vu. You're probably saying, Kempire, didn't you say that they were already out? But if you were paying attention to our most recent videos, I was telling you that this is a touchy situation. ABC News has to make sure that they've crossed their T's and dotted their I's and have proven that TJ Holmes and Amy Robach allegedly may have violated company policies. Well, this morning, TMZ broke the story that TJ Holmes and Amy are out. So this is what they write. They say TJ Holmes and Amy Robach are both out at ABC, TMZ has learned. They say sources connected to the network tell us after a marathon mediation session yesterday, ABC and the two GMA anchors have severed ties, and both will receive payouts per their contract. According to TMZ, they said that they're told the mediation was, quote, extremely contentious, with ABC reps accusing both Amy and TJ of various forms of misconduct, which one source characterized as, quote, a witch hunt. So TMZ goes on and they said that we're told one of the accusations is that Amy had liquor in her dressing room, which the ABC folks said was a violation of policy. One source called the accusation, quote, ridiculous, noting some of the bottles were sent from top ABC News execs. The source said those execs sent other on-air talent liquor as well, so this just looks like a way to justify getting rid of her. But apparently it wasn't that hard for them to justify getting rid of TJ. But we'll get there. They continue. They said, we're told another accusation was that Amy went to the college football national championship game a year ago and came to work the next day drunk. One source called that, quote, insane, adding she was simply tired.
Girl, this girl is delusional.
Look, when they start investigating, all kinds of things start coming out. I wonder who they spoke to. They probably spoke to quite a few producers, junior staffers, assistants, because they know all the tea. So all of these people are probably being interviewed. You may have, if you've been following the story, may recall that there were a lot of people allegedly saying that these two were not great people to work with, specifically TJ, behind the scenes. These are allegations. These are the parts of corporate America that I might miss. You know, the water cooler talking about, did you hear about what's his face? Girl, at the company party? Who went home with who? I never went to the company parties. I think I went like once, but I would always get the tea the next day. And it's always the people that are in the service areas, you know, the secretaries, the maintenance folks, just all the people behind the scenes just watching, because a lot of these folks, when they start getting a little liquor in their system, I'm like, you're still at work. You know that, right? Anyways, sidebar, sorry. So TMZ continues, it says, as for Amy and TJ, we're told it became clear in mediation they did not handle their romance appropriately. Who told you this? You remember my coverage of this? They said waiting too long to disclose to ABC execs. ABC also made it clear their behavior on set was, quote, uncomfortable for ABC staff. I keep telling you guys, look, my little HR background was coming to look. Our sources say the mediation will continue as both sides negotiate the fine points of Amy and TJ's exit. So this is part of the reason why we haven't gotten official word. So you've been hearing rumors DeMarco Morgan may be taking over TJ's spot, and then they were backtracking on that. Look, ABC knows what they're doing. Remember, they have a whole PR publicity department. They also have their underhanded ways, allegedly, of putting out characterizations of these people. You may recall when we first reported on this story, when they were initially pulled from air, ABC had said, allegedly, that, they had not violated any policies, but they were investigating. So when they started their investigation, they wanted to make sure that they had justification to let these two go, because they do have contracts. But I said to you this before, it's like, I believe that they would return only if they were very open with their bosses about their relationship. But I find it hard to believe that they were ever open with their bosses when they both were married or still married. So how open can you be with your bosses about this budding relationship if you're still married and you haven't told your spouses, allegedly? Sidebar, if you recall the last video that we did, Amy, according to sources, felt like she was blindsided. Conflicting reports came out and said that she wasn't blindsided. She would be a fool to be blindsided at this point, being the other woman. But also, the water cooler talk. You're telling me Amy worked at ABC News and Good Morning America and didn't hear about T.J. Holmes and his other situations? She was also friends with the GMA producer he had an affair with, allegedly. I gotta keep saying allegedly, y'all. I have to cover myself. They continue to, it's a stunning change from what the network initially said when the relationship was made public, stating that the two had not broken any rules, as they were essentially considered equals at the show in position. In December, so as you know, December 2nd, it was when both TJ and Amy were last together on GMA, on GMA 3. December 2nd. Damn, it's about to be February. ABC honchos pulled them as they investigated whether the couple's relationship had violated company rules or if company's resources had been used in keeping it a secret. I wonder, based off of everything that was coming out in the news, first of all, it became a distraction for ABC and GMA, and I'm sure the other folks, the head anchors over at GMA, meaning, Robin Roberts, Michael Strahan, those folks, George Stephanopoulos, those folks, they probably were like, what is going on here? This is not a good look for the GMA brand. This is a #1 morning show, news program. So wouldn't be surprised between them talking to executives and staffers talking to executives is part of the reason that these two were like, we need to pull them. More is coming out. People are making allegations. Allegedly. So TMZ says, we don't know yet what the two will do career-wise moving forward, but they certainly haven't slowed down anything in their relationship department. Our sources say they've remained a united front throughout the entire ordeal. Reportedly, according to Page 6, the two are in California? Okay. Page 6 writes this. He says that Amy Robach and TJ Holmes are on their way out. Okay? They say a source with knowledge of talks taking place this week tells them that they have not finished mediation, but yes, that will be the conclusion as far as Robach and Holmes leaving the network. Essentially, we're told the journalists have not yet signed on the dotted line, but an exit agreement is in the works and will happen imminently. Sources close to ABC also told TMZ that after an extremely contentious mediation, the station and its anchors have decided to cut ties. I'm not surprised at this news. I think our initial report that they were out was pretty much on the money. But like I said in that report, they have to make sure that they've crossed their T's and dotted their I's. They've covered themselves legally. You may recall we reported Amy and TJ enlisted separate attorneys to fight the situation. They were bringing up race reportedly. And ABC was like, we don't want this smoke right now. We need to make sure that if we're letting these two go, we are letting them go and we are covered legally on every single front. And since then, we have 5 women that we've come out and talked about when it comes to TJ Holmes outside of his marriage. All right. And we never even talked about him dating Chili, but he dated Chili when he was single. Okay. Chili from TLC. We never even talked about that. But we did talk extensively about, hey, Amy, on my podcast. And I know what some of you are thinking. Why didn't you talk about it? Well, because of the level that we had to talk about. And it had nothing to do with her work at ABC. It had to do with her work, allegedly, at NBC. Hey, Amy. Guys, as always, I want to know your reaction to the news that TJ Holmes and Amy Robach are pretty much done officially over at ABC. No confirmation from ABC News or Disney on the likelihood of this report, but it's pretty much done for those two, I believe. Based on what I'm hearing, based on what we're seeing, they are just waiting for the confirmation. I don't know if ABC will release an official statement. Normally they would, and especially when they announce who will be replacing them. Maybe they will not be officially replacing them and they will keep it sort of flexible, GMA3. But word on the street, it looks very good for DeMarco Morgan replacing TJ there. I don't know about the other anchors. I told you before, TJ and Amy, if you really wanted to elevate your career, you played this wrong. Like, you've been in this business too long. You guys are both grown. I can understand, okay, you fell in love. I know all of you have been saying it. We fell in love, blah, 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 blah. Okay, they didn't do anything wrong. Yes, every job is different. Every company has different policies. And when you're in entertainment and all of your stuff is out there in the media and people are speculating and talking about all your dirty work, there are morality clauses in those contracts. There's morality clauses in a lot of people's contracts. They just don't read them. And that's how they get you. It will be interesting to see what Amy Robach and TJ Holmes decides to do next. I'm not sure where they will go, especially with all of this stuff surrounding them. They might have to take like a year off. So I'm sure that's also being negotiated in their payout. Guys, as always, let's continue this conversation in the comment section. I want to know your reaction to the story, to the news that they're possibly out. Are you watching GMA3? Are you enjoying their replacements? Or do you miss Amy and TJ flirting all the time on GMA3? Guys, as always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Thanks for watching.
You bring the lighter.